Oh, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. Not tired of the Bears. Although there were some things that were tiring from last night I don't want to get to, but I'm going to just say something. NFL, could you please not have double headers anymore on Monday Night Football anymore? Please? I'll tell you why. So they had the Bears on ABC instead of like on, I don't know, ESPN. And I don't have that on cable. ASB. ABS. You get what I'm saying. Then I have to go on Hulu to get to the game. Then I lose connection of the game to then I have to resort to listening to the game. So that was a whole lot of fun, wasn't it? I'm legitimately tired. I stayed up all night listening to this game. But in the end, they came out on top. So that's just what we need. So let's get to this shit show. So the Bears went into the Commanders last night, and Bears started out pretty hot by scoring 13 points. And Jake Moody, who had a cover for Cairo Santos, came in to fill in a spot and played a very good game. Very good. Almost too good to the point you question, is Jake Moody maybe possibly the future? Well, it's pretty much starting to look like that. How he played last night? Yeah. I stayed up too damn late. Then the Commanders came back, scored a couple points, pretty much to tie it up. Then they were up by 2 scores, if I remember right, 24-16. And the Bears scored another touchdown, and then Jane Daniels fumbles the ball, which then gives the Bears a 3-minute drive to just basically drain the clock down to its last seconds for a Jake Moody field goal, game-winning field goal. So, this game was something. Last night, I would say it was something. I can just tell you this, though. Those refs need to calm down when it comes to penalties. I'm just going to say it. Whoever here honestly believes those refs throwing those flags was the move, and I don't always bitch about all the penalties and stuff like that, because most of them are always on point. And yes, there's some I'm just like, yeah, it's stupid, but it's nothing to really. Last night, I swear to you, there was well over 6 horrible calls. Horrible. The Colston Loveland PI. The Montez Sweat. Apparently, just doing that Jane Daniels, that's an automatic first down for the Washington Commanders. Theo Bennett lining up in the wrong spot. What was the other one? I mean, the list goes on. But those were like the big ones that were just. And I just want to say it. Whoever thought last night, thought those penalties, that we gotta stop complaining about the penalties and this and that, you're just as insane as those refs were last night. And that is the reason why your mother doesn't love you, and that's why your father left you at a young age. Well, yeah. That was, I gotta get off the ref stuff. Just simple, plain and simple, it was horrible. It just was. A lot of those calls just weren't there, and honestly, there was no evidence. No evidence, hardly, that you could match that out to be like, half of them were like penalties. Either one, they wouldn't show it, or two, they would show like a shit angle. And we're just sitting there like, where's the proof? But the funniest part, the Bears still found a way to win this game. This game, I hope, shows us that the Ben Johnson era is all about winning. Is all about winning in difficult spots. If this was Matt Eberflus, we would have gotten blown out 40 to something. Probably 40 to 16. I don't know. We would have gotten blown out by all the shit calls and the defense being horrible. But to be fair, yes, Ben Johnson didn't really coach a perfect game. Caleb didn't really play a perfect game. Honestly, no one in this game really had a perfect game. It was whoever whoever made the less mistakes. The Bears made less mistakes. Jan Daniels turned over the ball not once but twice. Intercepting it and fumbling it. Fumbling it at the cost of his time. That costed his team. Big time. I'm not coming on here too and saying, oh, Jane Daniels is... Caleb Williams is better than Jane Daniels. No. Last night, Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels. Caleb Williams side won. Whoever wins is the winner. And Caleb Williams won. Jane Daniels lost. It's just simple as that. Just like how it was last year. Jane Daniels beat Caleb Williams. Jane Daniels was the winner. So, this was a good one. I will say, some of the big keys, obviously, Jaquan Brisker got that interception. My boy DeAndre Swift, I will put something right here. DeAndre Swift, I'm not going to apologize. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll thank you. Because you played your ass off last night. For 14 carries for over 100 rushing yards, and you were hella dangerous and successful in the receiving game. Yeah, it's a shame that you can't be like this at least half the time. This is, maybe you're going to get this 2 or 3 times a year. most likely 2. So, we got 1. But he did play a good game, and he was, in my opinion, one of the big reasons we won last night. Is because he actually ran the ball. I don't know if it's him or the offensive line is making holes now. A lot more better holes for him. I don't know. I just still think they need to run Manungai, and they even ran the ball with Roshan for the first time this year. Why they can't run it with him right now, I don't know. I don't understand why we don't run the ball with Roshan anymore. I don't know if Ben Johnson's just not into him or just, I don't know. I don't get it. And then some other things. Our pass rush it's bad. Our pass rush is bad. Yes, we were going against freaking mobile ass Jane Daniels. I know he's like a Lamar type player where you get near him and he'll fucking just... He's all the way on the other side of the field right there. But we got fat guys on the edge. Can't get to the QB, so I don't know. But right now, we're 3-2. And heading towards this season right now. Next week we got the Saints. That should be a win. I mean, legitimately, that should be a win, and I'm not like being sarcastic. The Saints are so bad. Beat the Saints, then you go against the Ravens, who have obviously been terrible. So you've got a good chance there. Bengals, same thing. They've been terrible recently. And then the Giants, who aren't that great. Not horrible, but they're not really superstars team. So for those games, you should at least win 2. At least 2. And it would be great if you won all of them, or at least won 3. But 2 is like the least. You have to at least come out with 2 out of these games. So, this stretch that's coming up right now is really easy for the Bears. Win, I tell you. Win. Do what you did last night. Win. So, God forbid if I say something, I might get a flag thrown at me, but who knows? Legitimately, that's how bad it was last night. I'm going to bring it back because it's kind of hilarious. I was laughing at the whole thing. Legitimately, every successful play the Bears did, like 10 plus yards, I was just waiting for that penalty flag to just go right up in the air. I wish I had a flag on me, like something. It looks like a flag. Because, I mean, every time when the Bears scored or the Bears got a big play, 10-yard penalty. But they overcame it and got the dub. So, next week is the Saints at home. Get that win. You ought to beat the Saints. You gotta beat the Saints. I mean, I'm gonna say it. They're bad. They're bad. And hopefully they don't come in and beat you up for it. Because obviously we're saying they're bad, and they're like, oh, I don't know about that. No, beat them. They are bad. They're not a good team. So, other than that, Swifty had a good game. Caleb did fine. Ben did fine. Defense turn over the ball, so that's good. No pass rush, though. Secondary had some good moments and bad moments. But I hope in the future this gets all settled and fixed. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm done. I'm still tired from last night, but I gotta move on. So, I'm done. Goodbye.